After a while, you'll forget everything. Just a brief interlude, another midsummer's night's fling. And then you see that it's time to move on. You know, it seems like as an Aquarius, it's always in the back of your mind that there may be a time to move on. They call Aquarius aloof and detached. And I think that's one of the reasons. I think because out of all the other zodiac signs, we're the ones that people constantly complain about leaving. I hear that all the time. I heard it today. Somebody just left it like 15 minutes ago in the comment section. They were talking about an Aquarius that walked away from them. Today's video is about a whole different person, a whole different guy who has a dilemma with an Aquarius that walked away from them. And when they asked me about this, this is the song. This is a song by Meatloaf. It's called I Would Do Anything for Love. And I love this song. I've loved this since I was 18 years old because of that line. That's my favorite line in the whole song. Because this is the first song that ever spoke to that time to move on. I always knew that. By the time I was 18 years old, I was already pretty much aware that I wasn't going to stay in every situation that I got myself into. I was very open to experiences. I was open to seasons, you know, things that would not be forever, you know. I had already been in relationships, and my flings and my crushes, oh my God, they're so quick. They used to be so quick. So I was always conscious of that. But let me tell you something. Even though I was conscious of it, and I talked to a lot of Aquarius about this, we rarely move on because we want to. We do it because we see that it's time to move on. And those two things are very different. On one hand, you have somebody who just wants to leave. They just don't want to be bothered with you no more. They just don't want this no more. And on the other side, they see it's time to walk away from it. And there are many reasons why it would be time, such as the relationship not working out, constant arguments, negativity, abuse, all kind of different reasons why it would be time to move on. But don't ever think it's because the Aquarius always wants to move on. Don't you think I wanted someplace I could have called home? Like, real talk, I did. I just didn't find it. And some of that is because of where I was looking. And some of it was because I wasn't ready for it. But it was never because that isn't what I wanted. So let me do the introduction, and then I'm going to explain to you what this Taurus has to say about this situation. Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen All Set Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit that red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Pass it on to anybody, everybody that might like it too. And please leave us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you have time, please stick around to the end, because I'm going to read two of my favorite positive comments from previous videos. And one of them might be yours. I picked them at random. Also, if you would like to get a reading done, please email me. Underneath this video is my email, my social media, my Patreon page. If you would like to become a member of Patreon, check that out. Everything is underneath this video. So my Amazon wish list, everything is underneath this video. So check it out. Okay. All right, guys. So let's talk about the poor Taurus. All right. So this is what the Taurus said to me. If I had $1 for every time somebody said this to me, I would have like $1 million. And I wouldn't have to work anymore because I would have so many dollars, okay? So the Taurus said to me that he was in a relationship with an Aquarius. It was not a committed relationship. It was an open relationship. But he was in it for 3 years with the Aquarius. Now, during the course of the relationship, it was mostly good. He said 90% of the relationship was good. But they had some real fundamental differences of opinion about the future. The Aquarius wanted to actually get married. Not right away, but one day. And she wanted to have a family. She wanted to do some traveling. She didn't want anything that was too crazy. The Taurus wasn't sure what he wanted. So they would get into arguments all the time about the future because the Aquarius felt as though she was wasting her time with him. She felt as though being with him and not leading to anything that she wanted was a waste of her time. So she wanted to move on. So what ended up happening was they stayed together for 3 years and they argued about this one particular thing repeatedly throughout the time that they were together. Finally, at the end of the 3 years, the Aquarius told him that she done. It's time to move on. She decided that it was time, that this is not going anywhere, and that she wants to move on. So she dumped him. She dumped him. She stopped calling him. She blocked him. Aquarius love that block button, baby. Love that block button. I love, okay? I wish we had one in real life, you know? You could block somebody and they can't even see you when you walk down the street. But yeah, Aquarius love that block button, and she blocked him, and she blocked him on all of Snapchat and all the methods they were using to communicate. So he said to me that he does not understand. Okay? And what he doesn't understand specifically is how she can be in a relationship with him and dump him like yesterday's trash. This is what he said to me. How can she dump me like yesterday's trash and just move on? And I was just like, So then he goes into the last part of this. He went into how the Aquarius obviously never cared about him, because if she did, she would not have been able to just block him on everything and move on with her life. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I dispute all of this. I dispute all of this because I feel like, okay, if you were dealing with a dark or a low vibrational Aquarius, those Aquarius are really treacherous, and they pretty much do anything. They use people, they do anything. So if you're dealing with one of them, I can totally understand. But he said she's not a dark Aquarius. They had a really good relationship. She was loyal to him. She was there for him. His mom died, and she was the one that was coming over and like making food for his father. This Aquarius cared about him and his family. And I'm just like, just because she walked away doesn't mean she didn't care about you. She walked away because, let me tell you something. Aquarius can only deal with so much arguing, so much negativity, so much of things being frustrated. We only got so much in us. And if you look underneath the comment section for a lot of videos about Aquarius, especially the ones where I talk about Aquarius leaving a relationship or leaving a situation, you'll see the same comment over and over from the Aquarius. I walked away. I blocked this person. I couldn't take it no more. It's the same energy because detaching is our default setting. When an Aquarius can't take anymore, we shut off, like it or not. Period. So if I'm in a relationship with you and I'm trying to work things through things with you, and I'm trying to do this, I mean, she tried for 3 years. What the like, come on, dude. She tried for 3 years. She gave up. She got fed up. She got frustrated. She was probably tired of arguing. I get so tired of arguing. She was probably tired of crying. I get tired of crying. And she got tired of trying to get you to do what it was that she wanted to do. And if that's not what you wanted, that's fine. That's fine. But she wanted somebody who does. So she went off to find somebody who does. And maybe she'll find them and maybe she won't. Who knows? That's the gamble that she chose to take. She would rather gamble than keep playing this game with you. So I just want to say that it's absolutely not because she did not care about you. Your Aquarius was showing up in a relationship. You are the reason why this relationship ended. She wanted something from you that you didn't want to give. And I'm not even saying that you're wrong for not giving it, because if you really didn't feel it, you shouldn't give it. You should never give somebody something or do something with or for someone that you feel strongly against. And if deep down in your soul that was not it, then you made the right decision. But if you're still struggling with your decision or still uncertain about your decision, then that's where you made your mistake. You needed to decide what it was you wanted to do. And now, instead of feeding into this drama of, oh, she never cared about me, oh, she's heartless. I hear this all the time. The Aquarius is, this and that. Instead of going there with it, just accept that your season is over. It's cool. Your season is just over. And now it's time for y'all to go have seasons somewhere else. Now, if you think you made a mistake and you're regretting not moving forward or something like that, that's a whole different video. But for the purposes of this video, it's time to move on. She moved on. You move on too. It's okay. There's no need to have bad blood. There's no need to be angry about it. Wish her well. Pray for her. Pray for yourself and move on. Okay? It's all good. All right, guys. Ooh, we have to read our positive comments. All right. So number one came from Mustafa Boob. Mustafa said that he was born on February 13th, the same day as me. His father was born on February 2nd, the same day as my father and my godfather. Isn't that something? And his father died in 2010. My father passed over in 2010. So Mustafa and I are soulmates. Somewhere in the cosmos, our stars have crossed, okay? So thank you for telling me that. That was really freaky. I was like, what? Twilight Zone type information. That was cool. Then Amelia O, she said, now I'm questioning if I should give up on my Aquarius crush since I'm a Capricorn. Laugh out loud. Well, you know something, Aquarius and Capricorn is a very difficult vibration, which I'm sure you saw in this particular video. But honestly, any relationship can work if both people are willing to do the work. And you said it's an Aquarius crush. So you never know. Your Aquarius might have some Capricorn in his or her moon or something like that, So, I don't know. I would never give up on somebody just based on their sun sign. I give up on them after I saw the whole chart. So get this person's birthday, birth time, and birthplace, and then you can decide if the compatibility is probable. Okay? All right. Now listen, I have one more thing I want to show you guys. First of all, I wanted to say that Aquarius Star became my new patron on Patreon. So hello, Aquarius Star. Welcome to the Patreon family. Patreon is basically a site that content creators and other artists sign up to be on, and people that are patrons are the members, and they get to see whatever exclusive content we drop on Patreon. So once a week, I usually drop a video on Patreon that I don't release on YouTube. And they're mostly magically related. It just depends on what I'm talking about. But the series I'm working on right now on Patreon is called Magical Minutes. And for $5 a month, you can be a member and you can see all of the things that I post. I also post early editions of Ask an Aquarius. So sometimes I'll post, like the one I'm going to release on Friday or Thursday. I might release it on Monday if it's already done. So you also will get to see some things early and see some information that some other people don't know about me. So if you're interested, please check out my Patreon page. The link is underneath this video. And lastly, I wanted to show you guys this because it's so funny, right? Okay, so this is my favorite book. And as you can see, my favorite book has had better days. It's my favorite tarot book. So I was on the phone talking to my friend Tomas. Hey, Tomas. And Tomas and I were talking about tarot. So I was showing him pictures of this book, and he was like, yo, yeah, you need a new book. It's time to give that book up. This book is like maybe 15 years old. So I was like, yeah, I done highlighted it all up and pages are missing and everything else. So the other day I went to the door and security told me I had a package, and I had not bought anything. So I was like, a package? And Tomas sent me a pristine copy of my favorite book, Tarot Reversals. Brand new. And it has the cover on it. So Tomas, I just wanted to say thank you again. And I want to thank all of you because you guys send me the best presents. You guys are so sweet and so generous. And not just presents, you guys send me amazing messages and inspirational quotes and things to do on the show and prayers and all kinds of stuff. You guys have been amazing. At the beginning of the pandemic, my girl on Instagram sent me 2 masks that she made, one for me and one for my daughter. And I've used, my daughter doesn't really go out that much. My daughter is like, I'm staying in, you can go do all of that. So I've been wearing them the whole pandemic. And I didn't even think about getting masks. She made them and mailed them to me. Before I even had a chance to think about my own health, she had already considered it. So I want to thank you guys. You guys are amazing. And I do put a lot of time and effort and energy into my content. And you guys have given back just as much as I've put forward. So I want to thank you. You guys are amazing. You're awesome. And I love you. That's why I spend so much time talking to you in the comment section and giving you guys support, because you gave it, you give it, you gave it, and you give it to me. So thank you. And come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.